Never would have made it without you. Hey, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to Miss D Talks. Well, you've joined us for our chat session while we crochet. Now, I have to start out by first giving out the biggest shout out I can to Butterfly Jonesful. Thank you. Thank you. I got sent the message. You guys saw me struggling. I opened up my yarn last week and just got to rolling. But what you don't know, because I told you I would finish off camera, is that I was struggling trying to unknot it at the ends and it kept coming together. So it ended up being a longer thing than what I needed. Well, Butterfly Jonesful let me know. I simply had to do one thing. Turn my yarn this way. There's a little, it's already out. It's already there. It's ready to be pulled out and roll up. You so much easier. And I was just like, I know it was a better way. But you guys, I told you I am working on like I was 6, 7 years old when I was handed needle thread and just literally taught how to go in, out, make loops. So we're here to continue. Hold on. What did I? Just 1 second. Here we are. So all I do when it comes to starting a new spot is I just simply just tie a little knot at both ends. I join them together. Try to really, I'm just going to undo part of this to give me some length to work with. I'm going to take one end and the new end, I'm just going to tie it together. So later on, I'll clip that, but right now I don't even have a pair of scissors. What's up, son? Just come on and say hi. Say hi. You guys, you've seen him before. Welcome to the stage. My son.
You've never seen me. I'm John Doe.
Well, anyway, this is Jay. Say hi. Ah.
What have you done?
I know. If you give me the scissors from out the kitchen, I can clip the ends. If I ever ask, this is what's going to happen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I keep that thing on.
He tried to kill me. No. I'm just joking.
That's a horrible attempt.
Anyway, he's gonna come help mom out. In the meantime,
Where are the scissors?
they are in the butcher block.
I thought you had a blue bear.
I lost it a while ago.
Oh God.
So anyway, I appreciate you coming through when you did, son. He rescued me. He does that often. I know you guys checked out the video where he was changing my brakes for me. Yeah. He'll come through when I need him to. Sometimes.
Yes, I have a baby Yoda. Oh wait, wrong way. Yes, I have a baby Yoda shirt.
Let's just make this better.
No, here, you take this. Actually, at least that way I don't cut. Ow!
Thank you.
I've cut the tip of my finger. I've been injured.
We got band-aids. All right. Thank you. Bye, son. Say goodbye.
Ah. Bye, everybody. Make sure you get to the chopper. That's gonna be a funny clip.
All right.
You don't need these for anything else, do you?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Chat, I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
That's what she said.
You guys see what I have to deal with. I do apologize for that brief interruption, but he did help me along the way. So here you see where I've started in my knot. It's right here. So you can barely see that. And that is what you want. And then you just continue on your journey as such. And get my rhythm back because my son had me. And look, you guys, I'll be honest. He is the reason why I was kind of out of breath coming up in here. We were doing some errands, and I'm just like, I've got to get back. I've got to get back because I really wanted to get back online because I have to do as many videos and check in on you guys as often as I can because I don't know how soon I may be going out with my knee. And you guys know I'm constantly complaining about this knee. I went in to see the specialist, but I wasn't comfortable with him and how he talked to me. It felt like he was talking at me. And I didn't feel like I was even part of the plan of care. And you guys know that when you're talking to someone, you're discussing me. I want to be in on it. And you don't need to talk at me, you need to talk to me and find out what's going on. And all it was is that he had made up his mind about what was wrong with me or the lack thereof before he even met me. He looked at an old x ray, an old MRI, and determined he didn't even know why I was there, is what was told to me. And I was just very surprised at that. I never got a chance to tell him that I was just walking a mile and a half 2 weeks ago, and now I can't bear weight. I went from walking in the store in a pair of flats that by the time I made it to the theater, I couldn't even walk with a pair of shoes on. And I'm just hobbling along the wall, barely able to walk. And my youngest son, who I was out with, had to offer to pick me up just so we can make it through the rest of our day because we had planned a little date. I'm like, you guys, he said all of that before he even ordered the MRI. And I don't care. I'm not gonna share his name. I'm not gonna do that. But I will just say that when it comes to taking care of your patients, and I've been in mental health, I've dealt with women and children and family systems. Everybody is a human being. And sometimes you might get stuck behind that number that's attached to their name, that case number, the patient number, whatever the ID number that comes with it. But we cannot forget that we are all human beings out here. And sometimes a little bit of empathy can go a long way. Or the fact of just being willing to listen, to hear what the person is saying. And I did make a complaint that I felt as though I was not seen, I wasn't heard. I said, he didn't even ask me the correct questions. He was just so busy trying to tell me that he didn't know why I was there in the first place because he didn't see any reason for me to be there. And this is the first time I met him. Just like, wow, sir, thank you. And then to tell me that your arthritis is not bad. I don't see why you're even having problems. Have you tried this? I'm like, sir, are you trying to tell me that everyone before you in the last 10 years of my treatment, that I don't have arthritis now? And it didn't just tear my meniscus last year. I'm just saying, I just don't see any need for anything further. You need to just do a gel shot. I said, is this gel shot going to help me start back walking that mile I was just walking 2 weeks ago before I came in here? But he wasn't even interested in the fact that I was just walking and now I can't. Like, I have to be in a wheelchair if I'm going any further than outside of the house. Like, going long places, going into like the stores, so I need to be in a wheelchair. Or we're not doing a walking. So, and then the journey is just hard because you guys, I did release the other video where you saw that I was had a knee repair surgery, and I showed that long, grueling. It was almost 6 months before I got back on my feet. And what? I think it was 2 months after maybe I posted that video, my knee went out again. That doesn't seem to be his concern. So what I did was I found out I did get the MRI ordered by him because I challenged him as if like everybody else is wrong and you got all the education, so you're right. So after that, he was just like, well, okay, I'm going to order the gel shot, and I'll go ahead and order the MRI. Fine. You guys, I left that appointment feeling so discouraged and so let down. My anxiety was on 100. I promise you it was. And the thing is, when you have plans, you have vacations planned, you have, you know, graduations, you have cookouts planned, and all those things you're supposed to be hosting. How can you do that from a wheelchair? Not that it's impossible, because it's not the first time that I've been in a wheelchair, honey. But it's just the fact that I just felt like I didn't matter. I just felt like I didn't matter. And at the end of the day, I didn't want him to touch me. If I had to have any kind of surgery, if I got those shots, which I still am, I'm going to get those on Friday. But as soon as I was done with those MRI results, he tried to put his hand on me. I'm like, please, sir, I prefer that you don't touch me. Just do not touch me. He gave me the results. And guess one of the first things he said, well, your arthritis is bad. So it's, oh, okay. The arthritis I didn't have. And he also tried to throw my other physician under the bus, the one who did the repair surgery in November. I was just so shocked. I'm like, just as far as even professional courtesy, someone that you're partnered with, you're in the same practice together. You don't just offer him up and just be like, oh, well, if you got a little numbness and tingling, then your doctor who did your knee surgery probably nicked your nerve, and that's the reason why you can't walk. So is that who I'm supposed to hold liable? Because if this is a permanent injury because of that, then it's going to be a whole problem on a different level. I lost all respect for this physician when he threw the other doctor under the bus. It was just someone I would just prefer not even to be in their company. So once I got my MRI results, I was over and done with it. He said, well, we can go ahead and get those gel shots you got approved. No, thank you, sir. I don't want you to do anything else for me. You have a great day. And I walked out the office, got into the parking lot, called the office right back, talked to one of the nurses, explained to them what was going on and that I had a formal complaint out. She made sure that she noted the account once again because they left me in the office by myself with this dude when I asked not to even see him. And so I was rescheduled with another physician there. And I'm giving them this last chance. After that, I am definitely going to a different um, healthcare system. Hi, how you doing, Grace and TE? Good to have you. Good to have you. I'm sitting in here just complaining about, the doctors. I just feel like I needed to be included in the care plan, trying to get my knees right. I mean, I'm supposed to be. I can't drop it like it's hot, But if I wanted to, if I wanted to, I should be able to. Shoot. And even during this season, I just want to enjoy myself, like it's line dances out here, the boots on the ground line dance. I don't know how many people really know about that. Oh, hold on. I'm blurry. Let's see if I can fix it. Hold on. Come on back. So, what I'm crocheting, I am working on 7-year-old knowledge. When I was 7 years old, my cousin taught me how to do this, and I believe they're granny squares. So now, this is a project, those of you who've been looking, this is a project that I've been working on like every so often. I can move and find my bag of yarn and find my blanket and my needles, and I'll just start crocheting. So it's been stuff going on. I found my bag. So last week I went, bought some more yarn. Uh, I shouted out the butterfly Jonesful, who told me last week that all I had to do was just look in here and pull it from here, man. I've forgotten all about that. But it's just that I don't do it often. And I've shown my other blankets. I'll show I have this one I'm also working on. And the white is gonna kind of blind it out, but that's a little bit better. And this one I was doing for my son who was just out here a minute ago. He's a Seattle Seahawks fan. And so I was trying to do a little something for him. I was very ambitious. I wanted to do that for everybody. 5 years later, here we are, and this is all I got. So, my endeavor with Crochet and Chat is to at least bring one of these blankets to completion. I'm not gonna do it without you. I'm not. I'm not working on this off camera. The only thing I did off camera was roll up my yarn ball because nobody deserves to do that. But project took you the longest to make. So now I do have a completed blanket. It was all white, and that took me. I started that blanket in high school. I finished that blanket before I graduated college about 5 years later. But that blanket was full size. Like, I'm going to say about the size of a full size blanket. But because I only know how to make squares, so it kind of didn't fit the bed. So of course, you fold it up, put it at the foot of the bed, and so that's just kind of how I use that blanket. But I did make some little tassels at the end and left the little strings hanging and everything, trying to do something extra. And I ended up gifting that particular blanket to one of my girlfriends. It's like me, her, and another girlfriend. We kind of all got pregnant at the same time. Believe me, I was not trying to get pregnant. I wasn't. But hey, when you don't protect yourself, a situation can happen. So we all ended up pregnant at the same time. It was crazy. I think we were basically all due about 3 or 4 weeks apart. So that was my endeavor. So my endeavor with Crochet and Chat right now at this moment is to at least complete this blanket. I want to be able to stand up and it go from head to foot. So we are going to work on that because, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. But the more people I get in chat, the longer I'll stay on. But like I said, I'm not going to do this without you. No, this is just for us. And I'll be honest, and I know I've said it before, but this just gives me a way to decompress. Can I teach you how to make a magic ring? You know, can you tell me what that is? Because this is all I know. What's a magic ring? Because I do have it, my plan is, Amazon Prime Days is coming up. And, of course, I'm a small channel. It ain't no paid advertisement or endorsement or anything. But the Prime Days are coming. I already know what I want to do. I know I said I did want to invest in getting a really good crochet book and just teach myself a little bit more because I still struggle with certain things like starting my center when you make your chain links and then you make your corners. I have the hardest time doing that part. So that part is a struggle for me. But once I get started, I can keep going. I met a young lady when I used to really, really hang out a lot a few years ago. I was sitting in the bar and we just, we became friends, just try to help empower one another. And I found her one day. She was sitting there with her legs crossed in a chair. Mind you, she's probably about 10 years older than me. Legs crossed with a bag. And I said, "What are you doing?" And she just pulled up a great big blanket that she was making for someone else for a baby shower gift. She came in there like that for 3 or 4 days. I know she had about 5 or 6 orders for blankets, but of course, you just can't do that because it took a long time to crochet a blanket. So she did the order she could, but I will find out what a magic ring is and see what that is. But I do plan on trying to get a book or something to help me along the way because I would like to learn a little bit more, expand my knowledge base because I really like doing it. And because I do have degenerative arthritis, it helps keep my fingers a little nimble because especially when it's cloudy and the weather's bad, the aches and pain wake you up in the middle of the night. So even though it hurts, but I know it's good for my fingers. It's good. So yeah, but I hopefully will be getting back on my knee, back up on my feet soon. Like I said, I just really feel like I missed all of last summer. Didn't get surgery till November, hoping to be okay for this summer, and now I'm right back in the same place that I was waiting. But now they don't want to do surgery because I'm so young. But they said the arthritis is tearing up my cartilage on the right side of my knee. So I don't have the best insurance. So I guess that means I don't get the best care. And that's exactly what it feels like. So I will traverse through these the healthcare system and get my needs met, get back on my feet so we can get back out there because I also go out to the love signs, the LOVE love signs. And I don't know sign language, you guys. Okay, I don't. So don't think I was just like, oh, she did that wrong. But there are love signs all over the place, but there are over 300 in the state of Virginia. Yeah. And I once again took on another ambitious project of like, I want to go to all of them. Then I realized in my planning that some of them you can only access because it's on like in restaurants, on a golf course, things like that. So you may not have. Thank you. God bless you too. I appreciate you checking in with me today. I do. Gave me someone to talk to. So hopefully I can get back to those love signs and get back on my feet because I went out as far as to the Appalachian Mountains and the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I think I've been to maybe over 30 or 40 love signs so far in the state of Virginia. So hopefully, hopefully I get back out there, but I'm not going to push myself past the point of re injuring myself because that'll just keep me delayed. And I really want to get back out there. So I want to thank you so much. Thanks again to you, Grace and TE, for joining me today in chat. Um, and look, Prime Days is coming real soon. And I'll be getting that book and I'll look up and see what the magic ring is because I'd be interested to find out what that is. But anyway, I want to thank you again for joining me. Share, like, subscribe, and look, always, always try to live in love, peace, and harmony with one another. Love is something we all need more of, but we do have to guard our heart. We do have to guard our heart. Be vigilant. Take care of yourself. God bless you. I'm just saying. Miss D's out. Peace. Bye, Grace and T.